Hello friends, it's Tonton from State 948. In today's video we're gonna do a quick review of the patch note. We'll look at the next update that should come in the next few days. We got access to a sneak peek, so I'll share that with you all, and that's gonna be cool. We're not gonna talk about merger, that's happening. We know who we are merging to. We got some of the details. I'll cover that a bit later. We have some event, a new beginning, all of that. I'll try to cover that this week. But today, let's talk about patch notes. Maybe just before we start, I'll try to make a big stream this week, maybe Thursday evening, to make an announcement, a big channel announcement. So I'll try to schedule that as soon as I'm sure of the time that I can, be online. We'll be likely around Crazy Joe on Thursday, I think so. But I need 1 or 2 days to be sure. So I might only know Wednesday, something like that. If not, it will be over the weekend or something like that. But I'll make a big stream. I'll make a big announcement. So looking forward to that. To do that with you all and to share some very good news about the channel with you, about the channel and maybe something else. But for now, let's do the patch note review. So the first thing is the new content, right? A new feature, Alliance Auto Help added to the Ultra Value monthly card. So the Ultra Value monthly card, so that's something they did in the developer feedback a while back. This one with the auto hunt, so the auto hunt will be on top of auto help. So I don't know exactly how it's gonna work, right? My assumption is like it will somehow either be accessible from here, like you will be able to turn it on or turn it off, because the issue is like if I turn on auto help and I stay online all day, I'm stealing basically all the tokens for everyone, right? So you might want to turn it on until you reach the cap. And I recorded a video earlier about this one, about Symphony of Change, where you need to do your help 140 times, and that more casual players struggle to do that. So I think as a spender, if you do auto help, you might want to turn it off or on. That will really help in battle, and we need to see how quick it is. Is it every second? Is it automatic instantly? Is it every 10 seconds? And it's not solving the issue for healing, and people will keep using other strategies and things like that. So we need to see. But that's the first change. I think that's a very welcome change. That's going to help us a lot in many scenarios, I think. Then the next one is Chief Gear upgrade adjusted. So that's something I did not talk about. They made a social post about it a few days ago, but I'll cover it now. Legendary star rating upgrade now split into multiple stages without increasing total cost, improving the Ascension experience. In the meantime, Legendary Chief Gear now include new stat bonus deployment capacity. So basically, when you will look at your Chief Gear, and if I will go to red, which I cannot yet, basically red will be like a fire crystal level of a building. There will be 5 upgrades. So you will see a progression bar with 5 upgrades, and that they will basically divide whatever it costs by 5. So let's say an upgrade will cost then 285 divided by 5 is what is 15. No, it's not. 85 divided by 5 is 17, right? So that's gonna be 17, and that's gonna be 100 and something and whatever. So they divide all of that by by 5, and you will do small increment upgrades. I'm not sure how it's gonna impact events. How much point you're gonna make, but that could be good to make more points in events, because overall point for Chief Gear is very bad in events. So if the same amount of materials, you do 5 upgrades and you get 5 times the point, I think it will be to make Chief Gear making decent point in events, which will be about time, I guess. And the stat they said is extra deployment capacity. So we don't know exactly how much. What we could see from their social post, it was plus 10 per level, right? And we don't know if it is plus 10 on every gear or if it's more later. But if it is plus 10, it's very simple. You get, you have, I have the calculation somewhere, but that I calculated it 2 days ago. It's like 810, I think, deployment capacity when you go from orange T2 3-star to maxed out red T2 3-star basically. So that's not a huge That's really not huge, but that's, extra deployment for whales. So, spenders are actually a bit more motivated to do that. Basically, Chief Gear was kind of falling behind in many ways in the game because Chief Gear is giving you attack and defense, and Charms are giving you lethality and attack, and lethality and attack are far better. So people will invest more. I mean, many people make the mistakes, and I keep saying that on stream whenever I see someone doing it, but people make the mistake to improve their Chief Gear first and to spend money on Chief Gear when it's the worst investment you can make. Hero Gear is better, Chief Charm is better, and probably Research is probably better because you can get lethality, all of that. Fire Crystal level is better. So I'll do Chief Gear last, basically. And I think I will still do Chief Gear last with the deployment capacity, unless like T1 and T2 upgrade, they start to increase 20 or 30, and then you get, 2,000 or 3,000 deployment capacity. Because right now, a player roughly got 280k for us. 800 out of that, it's a very small percentage, right? It's 0.4%. So it's not really good, but it's better than nothing, and it will make more points in event. So daily mission optimization, so that's good. More activity point are earned from completing one upgrade building research technology. So, for us at that stage, we rarely do this, but earlier, for early player, that's really good. And they will add, Arena will give more points as well, fair enough. So it will be easier to complete. And they will add something about labyrinth and pets as well. So I think that's good, because if you don't do basically your daily, these are the daily missions, right? And some people that are lagging behind, I think, are just the ones that don't do that, and that's 10 fire crystal per day plus some mystery badge plus skin tokens. Like when you see players in your alliance falling behind, with about fire crystal level, it's because they don't do that one, and a few other things, right? They might make mistakes on the thing they upgrade. They might not choose fire crystal on frosty fortune, like that kind of stuff. But that will really help people, because that arena you do every day, labyrinth likely you do every day, stuff like that. So I think it's really good. Daybreak Island optimization. You have a new decoration. It's Azure fence, so I guess it's a bluish fence. Frost Dragon Tyrant optimization, while keeping the battlefield opening hours unchanged. The time to V, for control of the capital shortened to 5 hours. So basically, they're not gonna reduce the total. The battlefield open to 12 to, I forgot exactly. It was 6 hours, so maybe 19. UTC, so it was 7 hours, and you had to fight for 6 hours. So it's opening 1 hour before, so it's opening from 11, so you can start to teleport, but the Frost Dragon Tyrant event is not active yet. Then it's active at 12, and then at 6 the Frost Dragon Tyrant was inactive, and then at 7 p.m. The battlefield closed. So now it stayed the same, it's just that the Frost Dragon Tyrant battle will last 5 instead of 6, so that will be at 11 you can port, 12 you can fight, until 5 p.m. you can fight, and whoever at the most time is winning, and then you have 2 hours where the battlefield is open to heal and, to do whatever you want. Burn people if you feel like it, stuff like that. And they are removing 30 minutes rally, which, did not make sense, and they're adding 3 minutes rally. So I think that's okay. That's a good change. 1 minute rally is a bit too much for some alliances, 5 is a bit too long, so 3 minutes rally is actually good. And maybe it allows you to do certain strategy where you have, regular 3 minutes rally plus on top every, 1 minute rally, but that has to be seen. So the prediction in Frost Dragon Tyrant as well changed. So before the event begin, you can modify your prediction at any time. So prediction is costing 1,000 of a currency in the event, and you have 3 prediction. If you remember the overview, so that's cost 3,000, but whatever, if you pick them randomly, or if you can make some research and you're like, oh, actually I think that dude's gonna win instead of this dude, so you can change it. It's gonna cost 1,000 still. I guess you get a refund for the one that you and it's not your favorite team anymore, so I don't think it's gonna cost more, but that's just, you can just change your mind basically. Recruit hero optimization, enhance recruitment experience with fewer than 10 recruitment key available. So I guess you will be able to choose if you want to open them whole or something like that. So you will have a button. I don't know if it's a slider or a button that says open all or open 5 or, but you will have a bit of a margin. Something better than just doing one by one, it seems. State banner optimization. Some state banner now feature dynamic effects. I think what they talk about the state banner is the thing that the president is doing. I think that's about that they are talking about. So, the president can choose the banner. So it's Sato, he likes flowers, so he put a kind of a flower sign, and these might be animated. So I think that's what they're talking about, right, with that one. So it's a small thing. It's cool, but I don't think it changed much. President declaration optimization. After the update, new declarations set by the president, supreme president, will support the like feature. So in the last feedback from the dev, they basically said, I think they will do it in Alliance. I think it's in this one, when you make an announcement, something like that, you will have a thumbs up, thumbs down feature or something like that. Or just, I don't know if you will have a thumbs down, but at least a thumbs up, right? So you can just say, hey, I've read it, or I agreeing with it, that kind of stuff. So they will give us a way to give feedback to leadership, and I will use it for president, it seems. It's not mentioned they're gonna do it for Alliance, but that was said in a Q&A before, right? In a question and answer with the developer. So I'm assuming it's coming both for president and both for Alliance, but I'm not sure. I cannot be sure, so let's double check that. Appointment optimization is just the president can block someone. So if you want someone not to have title because they have been mean, because they have done something, you can just put them on the blacklist and they won't get any title. So that's really good. Skin display optimization. The display interface has been adjusted to hide skin from time-limited events that are currently unavailable. So you will basically see a lot less skins, because if you look at your, if you go in game and if you look at your skin, there are many of them that you cannot get right now because they are not available, right? This was time limited. So I think they should leave an option to see them all at all times if you want to, or like a toggle button, or see all skin in the game and the one that are available. Because I guess it's quite confusing right now for a new player. Say like, oh, how do I get this skin? It was I forgot, lunar event when I started the game to 2023, 2024, 2023, actually nearly 2 years. And that, it's very rarely obtainable, right? So I think that's a decent feature, but they probably want to have both options and not just choose for the player. Often, it's often better when you let the player choose what they want and you don't remove them something they had access to, right? So March's skin, so that's the same. It's improve the visual effects of certain March skin under different graphic settings to ensure optimal performance. So it doesn't seem to be to make them look nicer. It's more like if you lower the quality of the game, then you have a March skin that is a bit lower quality. So sorry, I'm a bit tired today. So you basically, your game is not lagging as much. Chat optimization. The recent contact list has been increased to 200, so you can have 200. So it's a recent contact. It's not friends. So is it like kind of this one that can go to 200, right? I don't know. That could be that, right? That could be this one that goes to 200 basically. That could be. Snowbuster optimization. New levels added and existing content adjusted for increased challenge and more fun. Improving the handling and the overall experience. The method for obtaining team map collection skins has also been optimized to be awarded via star rewards. So, like Snowbuster, we had it once on like the first few states. So I used my state 6 account to play on it and to make some guides, and it was not really polished in some ways for the gameplay. I think it would be nicer if free-to-play can do more levels without spending, and that's maybe why they're adding new ones. I'm not sure exactly, but there's. Oh, I'm really sorry. Actually, need a nap maybe. What a long day working outside today. but improve the fun, improving the handling. So the handling was weird sometimes. You know, I'm using mostly the computer and the mouse, but you know, so I'm very curious. I was curious why this event did not come back. It could have came back already in timing for like older states, and then roll out to newer states. So that's kind of what they do with the first few states, you know, or the first 100 states. If they release events, they test them with these states, and then they release them to everybody, right? So that's why I guess we did not have it yet, and we probably have it. My guess is that this event will rotate with basically with fishing tournaments. So we had fishing tournament next week, so it could mean that that we might see on Monday, you know, in 2 days later, we might see Snowbuster. We might have it next week, basically. That's my guess, and that will be amazing. Because the patch is on Monday, so you know, if that's the case. If some people have Snowbuster on Monday and the patch is on Monday, but the patch is at 8, it's finishing at 8, they said 8 a.m. UTC, so you might want not to play Snowbuster for the first hours or something like that, or just do a tiny bit of it because things seems to be better after. They tend to compensate changes, right? If the patch is after the reset, and if you lost something because the patch improved something, like they tend to compensate the gap and what you've lost. You know, playing before the patch is live, but you know, I don't think it's a guarantee that they will always do it. They never said so, so it's just something nice they have been doing so far, and I think that's really cool. Chief profile optimization, the initial snake number is now displayed, and Chief can select whether they want to show it or not. So for me, I could show 665, right? For example, even if I'm 948, I could show 665, so it's kind of saying where I'm coming from. I think they mostly did that for merger, not people transferring, so you can show, you know, like it's not, like people feel really bad that the state is deleted. Like we are losing the history of the monument, we are losing the history on Sunfire Castle, and some people really like, you know, it was blood, sweat, and tears to make these things happen for their state, and we have people a bit sad that we are losing all of that soon, because we have the merger. Mail capacity increase, so that the battle report increased by 500, so that was in the Q&A with the dev, so that's fair enough. Mercenary prestige optimization, adjusted the participation reward for defeating Phantom Captain, so you'll basically get a bit more from the captains. Actually we finished our event, so I cannot really show you anymore in game, but you get a bit more reward, so that's cool. Alliance Championship optimization. After the update, Alliance Championship participant will receive a new KO reward, the treasure box, which may contain mythic general shards and other valuable. So it's not gonna, you know, be retroactive for all the match you've done before, but they increase a bit. Like KO, I think, is when you, you know, when you were alive, basically during. Let me double check, but I believe its KO reward is when you are alive. So let's look. We still are in the registration phase. So can we see? So that's what you get. Okay, KO reward. These are these ones, right? So that's, you get different kind of rewards for that. So KO reward will be assigned to all participants at the conclusion of each battle round. If you are defeated by one enemy, you get these ones. And if you're undefeated, you get these ones. So you get better ones, basically, when you get undefeated. So these we start to give treasure box with mythic general shards and other stuff. So it's always a good thing, and you know, we'll see what they put on top of that in there. Events reward update, add the state progress, reward for Crazy Joe, Alliance leaderboard, and fishing tournament. Sunken treasure hunt will update accordingly. So Crazy Joe, we have it later today. So can we see event rewards? See, like Alliance reward are shit, to be honest. Like that does really nothing. So that's really good they update it. And the sunken reward, I have fishing tournament on my other. Can I show it? So yeah, these are these ones, right? That's my other city that I make content for newbies on it. You see, like the sunken reward are kind of bad, right? If you look at the odds of getting that, you know, it's 1% to get 5 shards, 3% to get 1 essence stones. Like, it's literally peanuts. Like, you get peanuts from it. So yeah. So I think that's quite better if they change that, to be honest. So that's quite good. Little things. Custom avatar optimization. The preview interface for uploading custom avatar has been improved. Shift can now see their avatar frame and custom avatar will look together. So you had an issue where if your frame, like, you will just see your picture, like the new picture you upload, full screen for the avatar frame, right? So I don't think these things do not really matter to me, but I know it's important for some people. So you will just see that, right? When actually, I need to pick a new frame because I don't have the other one anymore. So let's pick an avatar frame. So basically, see, it does not look good because maybe my head is too high, right? So you will basically, I guess, see that, so you can choose a picture that kind of, works well with your frame, or change the frame that works well with your picture. That's something they mentioned in the feedback, so that's implemented as well. Frostmine optimization, so that was mentioned in the feedback as well. Improve the leaderboard display on the event tally screen, and added the Tonton chief of the round to the ranking reward mail. So you can basically compare yourself against the top performers a bit more easily. I have strategies on Frostfireman how to do, how to rank well. So that's already covered. If you care to learn how to play well, I have all you need on the channel. And then wilderness search. Wilderness search optimization. If the chief alliance has placed secured alliance resources nodes, search filter. So that's, I guess we don't know yet, but when you search for it somewhere here, you will be able to search for the secure node as well. So maybe you just locate it, very, very quickly. So that's really it, guys, for the patch notes. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, it should be on the 3rd of March, right? 3rd of July. So that should be 2 days from now, depending on when I publish the videos. That's why I give you the date. So we'll see. But keep in mind that patch notes are never final. They can always change things. There always be a bug that prevent them to do something or something, or they have to adapt. It's never a final thing. It's cool that we get the patch note a bit ahead, so we can plan and anticipate. But keep in mind, with gaming, I've been playing for 25 years now, so kind of seen patch note that did not go as planned, and things were either added or either removed because of bugs and issues with deploying that. So that's what we have right now. It's a minor one. It's a before summer one. There is no new gameplay modes. I guess it would be good that they put the Snowbuster events back, so we have something new for the summer. To make us feel chill. I'll talk a bit about state merger as well, because we know who we merge with, we kind of know what's gonna happen. That's kind of our range, I think. I'm not sure if it's finalized, so I might not jinx it and talk about it too much, but for us it's a fairly straightforward process. I'll make a quick video, but we have the breakdown of the state merger and all of that, so I'll cover that. I think I'll try to live stream when the state merger happens, so next Monday early in the morning. Try to put my alarm live early morning for me, because I think the maintenance is around 8 or 9 a.m. for me. That's finishing. So I'll go on and show you what we do as an alliance. We'll need to build flags and all of that, and maybe I'll share a bit the process, what we went through as a state and collaborating with the other states. But in our case, it was a very straightforward process. Very simple. The other state know what they wanted to do. Is basically us the strong state and them being the very weak state, like kind of dead state by definition. So that's what they know what they wanted to do, it seems. So that worked for us. So we have a lot of neighbors that are planning for war and planning to either get burned or either burn the other states. I don't think that's gonna happen here. I think it's gonna happy to to play together and to even be a stronger state when it comes to SVA prep phase, which is, and then winning the battle, because that's all what we are about in 948. So that's really good to see, and I'll talk a bit about it more, and I actually live stream what's happening if you care, because that's, that was a big question mark for us. It was really worrying, and in our case, it's very straightforward and easy, and I know it's not the case for everyone. So good luck out there for your state merge. Again, big announcement later this week. So please subscribe, please stay tuned for live updates, and I'll make it clear in the title of the live that that's gonna be the update, channel update, live stream. I have multiple updates, so maybe I make a video as well before. So we'll see. Maybe a lot of good things coming for the channel and more. So I'll see you soon, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.